Every year, the NBA draft promises the next superstar. Teams dream of drafting the next Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James, but sometimes things go terribly wrong. For every superstar, there's a player that enters the league with huge expectations but never live up to them. Today, we're covering the top 5 NBA busts of all time. Coming in at number 5, Kwame Brown. In the 2001 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards made NBA history by drafting Kwame Brown with the number 1 pick.
A guy who has been labeled soft, although he puts up 19-9, which only 11 other guys do.
Is that a trick question?
You tell me.
They gave up Kwame Brown.
Two
Who
first
cares?
rounders.
I could care less.
Tied into his salary for 4
First
years.
of all, understand something. When you're giving up first round picks, if you are a quality team in playoff contention, it really doesn't mean that much. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, Kwame Brown is gone. The City of Angels, Hollywood, just should be celebrated. Throw a parade already, whether you win a championship or not. This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever. Plays no defense. Doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it. And you're asking me whether they gave up too much? Please. The Los Angeles Lakers knew exactly what they were doing. They should be celebrating right now, and Kobe Bryant should not be saying a word.
His contract.
Brown became the first high school player ever drafted first overall, and expectations were massive, but things didn't go as planned. Early in his career, Brown struggled with confidence and never developed into the superstar big man that the Wizards was hoping he'd become. Over his career, he averaged 6.6 points and 5.5 rebounds a game.
What I say here, I say directly to them. See what I'm saying? So I don't talk behind people's backs. Things that I say to you, I'm comfortable saying it to them, and I've said this to them. And so I'm surrounded by these players, Detroit players, and Kwame does the basket all by himself. Literally, like, all by himself. So I'm passing the ball, and bobbles it, goes out of bounds. So we go back to the timeout, I'm pissed, right? And he goes, hey, I was wide open. Yeah, I know. This is how I'm talking to him. I do it again. It's like a minute left. He's like, I said, you're going to be open again. My cheese is total. Well, I'm going to go first. I was like, huh? He said, no, don't go to me. I said, why not? He said, well, I'm nervous. If I catch it, they found me, I won't make the free throw. I said, hell no. So I go to the first aid Phil, man, take him out the game, man. He's like, nah, let me figure it out.
To be fair, Kwame Brown did play 12 years in the NBA, which is more than most other players, but for a first overall pick, his career fell extremely short of expectations. I believe Kwame Brown had potential, and I could be wrong, but I don't think he had the best relationship with Jordan on the Washington Wizards, and that alone can destroy your career before it even starts, especially for a young player, even if you're a number 1 overall pick. Coming in at number 4, we got Sam Bowie. Sam Bowie was selected number 2 in the legendary 1984 NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, normally a number 2 pick is expected to be a franchise cornerstone, but Sam Bowie will only be remembered for one thing: being drafted before Jordan. Yes, Michael Jordan. That Jordan. Injuries plagued Bowie's career, especially severe leg injuries that limited his playing time. While he had moments of solid play, he never became the superstar that Portland was hoping. And because the Trailblazers passed on Jordan, Sam Bowie will always be connected with the biggest mistake in draft history. Now, Sam Bowie wasn't a complete bust. He played 10 years and averaged 10 points and 7 rebounds, but every time it seemed like he was improving or developing his game, he would get injured again. So injuries are a part of the reason he's a bust, but the biggest reason is Michael Jordan. Portland could have drafted Michael Jordan, but they drafted a player that averaged 10 points for his career. Coming in at number 3, we gonna stick with Portland. Greg Oden. Greg Oden was one of the most hyped prospects out of the 2000s. After dominating at Ohio State, the Portland Trail Blazers drafted Greg Oden with the number 1 pick in the 2007 NBA draft. But there was one player drafted right after him: Kevin Durant. Oden had all the tools to become a dominant big man. size, defense, rebounding, and elite shot blocking. But injuries completely derailed his career. Multiple knee surgeries limited him to only 105 games, and though he showed glimpses of what he could be, his body just could never hold up. Now, this might be a hot take, and even though Kevin Durant was drafted number 2, Greg Oden is only a bust because of his injuries. Only a bust. I'm not saying he would have been better than Kevin Durant, but people would understand to this day why he was drafted before Kevin Durant if he never got injured. If you go back and look at Greg Oden in college at Ohio State, he looked like the next Shaq. It was scary. So you absolutely cannot blame Portland for drafting Greg Oden number 1. Coming in at number 2, and this might be my favorite one because all the what ifs connected with it. But coming in at number 2, Darko Milicic. The 2003 draft is widely considered the best draft in NBA history. You had superstars come out of that draft like LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, D. Wade, Chris Bosh. But with the number 2 pick, the Detroit Pistons drafted Darko Milicic. Detroit believed Milicic would be their franchise center. Instead, Darko struggled adjusting to the NBA and seeing very little playing time. And what makes this pick even more painful is the players that Detroit passed on: Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, all became Hall of Famers. Milicic did win the NBA championship in 2004 with the Detroit Pistons, but never became the star that they expected. Other than LeBron, the biggest name coming out of that draft was Carmelo Anthony coming out of Syracuse. And the what if is always, what if Detroit would have drafted Carmelo Anthony? Would that Detroit team compete for more championships than it did? How would Carmelo Anthony's career develop? But who would have came off the bench if Detroit would have drafted Carmelo? Their starting 5 consisted of Chauncey Billups at the 1, Rip Hamilton at the 2, Tyshawn Prince at the 3, Rasheed Wallace at the 4, and Ben Wallace at the 5. Where do Carmelo fit in? Do you put Tyshawn Prince on the bench? I don't think so. You need that defensive stopper. And you really noticed it in the finals when he was guarding Kobe. So, I don't know. We'll never know. None of it. And coming in at number 1, drum roll please. Taking the number 1 spot is Anthony Bennett. In the 2013 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers shocked the world by drafting Bennett with the number 1 pick. Many analysts expected him to be drafted later in the lottery, which made this a huge surprise. Unfortunately, Bennett struggled almost immediately. His rookie year, he averaged 4 points a game. He had difficulties adjusting to the NBA and couldn't stay in shape. Bennett played 4 years in the NBA before eventually playing overseas. And because of the expectations of being drafted number 1, Michael Bennett is widely considered the biggest bust in NBA draft history. Bennett, I don't remember him at all. Like none. The only thing I remember about him is being a bust. I don't even remember Cleveland drafted him. You feel me? It's like, I don't know, I don't remember him at all. The NBA draft is always a gamble. For every superstar that changed the franchise, there's a player that didn't reach expectations. Whether it's injuries, development issues, or overwhelming expectations. Every year, we're reminded how unpredictable the game could be. Once again, I thank y'all for taking a dive into NBA history with me. I am Mega, and I'm up out of here.